Lucy a chocolate sundae. Bye, Abby.
CITV is sponsored by the National Trust's 50 Things to Do Before You're 11 3/4.
You are welcome to Grizzly Tales for Gruesome Kids, a series of cautionary tales for lovers of scream. I call this tale Sweets. Spindleshanks, pop out here a moment. Now, if we paint your legs white and hide you right up there in the roof of my mouth, a new set of teeth. Perfect. Sweets are bad for your health in more ways than one. Go into any shop and you'll see them. Foul little children tugging at their mothers' dresses, or blasting imaginary spacemen, or peeking out through racks of clothes where they've just had a spit in the pockets. Dirty fingers, grubby noses, and squealy voices whining and whinging. I want some sweets. Why can't I have some sweets? It's not fair. You never buy me anything. Moan, moan, sob, sob, whimper, whimper, bellyache. Thomas Ratchet was a foul little child. Is this yours? Said the store detective. Oh, what has he done now? Sighed his mother. He was eating the bananas. I was bored. And I caught him using a trolley as a chariot. Can I have some sweets now? And he poured a pint of cream down the front of my trousers when I tried to stop him. Thomas hadn't had so much fun since he switched off a freezer and water skied through pies and potted meats. I am so sorry, muttered an embarrassed Mrs. Ratchet. He's not normally this naughty. But of course, he was. Can I have some sweets now? They went to the chemist to buy nappies for Emily. Stay when I can see you and don't touch a thing. Fat chance. Thomas shaved a small dog with toothpaste, stuck plasters on a stranger's baby, and used a bottle of suntan lotion to write his name on the floor. And don't come back! Shouted the manageress. Can I have some sweets now? No! In the newsagents, he quality tested a shelf of chocolates. In the butcher's, he juggled with a dozen fresh eggs. In the baker's, he glued up a charity box. And in the bank, he tripped up an old man by lassoing him with pens. Walk properly, his mother sighed as they started for home. And do try to keep up. I can't. I need some sweets. You never buy me any sweets. If you behave yourself, I might.
I want sweets! You're horrible! I never want to see you again!
And with that, he took to his heels and ran off round the corner. Thomas, come back here, she called after him, but Thomas did not come back. He kept on running until her voice had completely disappeared. He ran into a spooky alleyway and was just about to turn back when he heard a squeak above his head. Ah! Not a vampire bat! No. Sweets. Bang 3 times on door and wait. Thomas didn't need to be told twice. But nobody came. So he banged again. He was making enough noise to wake the dead when he heard footsteps on the other side of the door. A bunch of keys jangled, a bolt was pulled back, and the door edged open. The sign says bang 3 times.
I want some sweets, and you were taking too long.
You must be Thomas Ratchet.
How did you know that?
I've been expecting you for quite some time,
said the old man as he slid the heavy bolt home. The shop smelt of cats. It was dark and damp and didn't look anything like a sweet shop. In the corner, Thomas thought he could see a large pile of bodies. But on second glance, it was only a pile of shop window dummies.
I thought those were bodies,
he laughed.
Why would I keep bodies in a sweet shop? Now, what's your poison?
Lemon sherbets, licorice twisters, and 6 pounds of gum boils.
Your favourites.
How'd you know that?
I also know that when you go shopping with your poor mother, you are the worst behaved boy in the world.
It's her fault. She never buys me sweets. Are you sure those are shop window dummies in the corner?
Why do you ask?
I thought I saw their eyes move. The old man laughed.
Ha, ha.
And flicked a switch on the wall. So where are my sweets?
Through here. You don't like shops, then?
They're boring. There's never anything to do.
Pity. Still, I expect you'll get used to them.
Thomas was about to ask what he meant by that last remark when suddenly the old man scooped him up in his net and dropped him into a giant mixing bowl of papier-mâché. When Thomas woke up, he felt stiff.
This old man's a fraud,
he thought to himself.
He hasn't got any sweets. I'm getting out of here right now.
But he couldn't move his legs, his arms, his head, his feet, or his hands. He could wiggle his eyes, though. The old man had encased him in a papier-mâché tomb. Thomas spends all his time in shops nowadays. He stands in the window waiting for his mother to find him. She stopped last week and looked straight into his eyes. She seemed to recognise him, but couldn't remember where from. When she does remember, I think she'll come and get him. Don't you? I doubt it. Hang on. Whoops! Nearly swallowed my own teeth there.
Ha!